I'm testing every acrylic paint pen set to find the very best one so that you don't have to. And girl, buckle up because we got some tea to spill on one of these sets. This is the 24 pack of brush tip acrylic paint pens by Ohuhu. I'm actually not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but let me know in the comments. This kit does have some redeeming qualities, so let's start there. I really like the case it comes in. The markers are very secure and it zips closed. And because this is one of the smaller sets, I do think that it would be really good for travel. Additional bonus points for coming with swatch sheets. Sorry, that's such a tongue twister to say. And in general, I think they did a really good job of picking the colors for it being a limited color range. As for the markers themselves, they're a bit on the smaller side, but sometimes good things come in small packages. I did like that you could see how much paint was left inside. However, what I also noticed is that some of the colors looked like they were separating. Also on the instructions, it does say to shake the pens. And if you're somebody who uses these pens infrequently, I could imagine them getting a little weird over time. In general, the color payout's good and they look nice on paper, but here's where the real problem came in with these. This was the first time that I used these pens to color in sections of this picture. And about halfway through using this orange color, I noticed that the pen completely started to dry out. The pen definitely wasn't empty, so I gave it time to rest and also considered maybe it was just a fluke with this pen. But then I had the same thing happen again with this blue pen. Now, these aren't necessarily marketed as fine art supplies, but even if you're just using these to relax for fun, it's super frustrating having to put down a color to wait for it to recharge. After letting the orange rehydrate itself for about 10 minutes, it was working again. However, I've never experienced this on an area this small with the other acrylic paint pens that I've used. As for the left-handed test, it just barely failed, but definitely performed better than others we've tried. It performed well on wood, and you might even be able to get away with just using one coat. I did struggle a bit with this rock at first, which was the same rock that we used yesterday. I think it was picking up some of the dirt, which the other pens did not struggle with. However, if you were using clean rocks, I think that they would be totally fine. Unfortunately, glass was a bit disappointing. You can see that it started to beat up a bit, and additionally, as soon as we applied pressure, it started to rub right off. The same happened on metal, although it did perform well on 3D prints. At $25 for the set, overall, I would give it a 4 out of 10, but let me know what markers we should try next.